I am Undead Horde here on YouTube, aka Nathaniel, and I don't know what this video is fully going to be. Let's just put it out there. It's going to be a bit of a test video, slash like a progression attempt. So I want to talk through some things, discuss why I did a couple of things, and the level of usefulness, uh, that's something that you can also do on your account. Okay? Sorry. It'll make sense in here in just a second. So, I want to talk about the kale mainly or solely because of the apprentice pass. It is okay. Like, doing this challenge, you need to get whatever resource you can as fast as possible. So if you need to go through like the apprentice challenges here and hit those so you can get through these rewards as soon as possible, then do it. These are all things that you can do in which you don't have to use the kale in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I wouldn't max them out. Like, I wouldn't worry about getting them to like rank 6 level. Like, none of this matters. You'll definitely can beat the rewards soon enough without doing all of this. But getting them up to like rank 4, the rank 4 level 40, that's something that's super easy to do and you could definitely do. Getting the additional skills in doesn't take much, and you'll just get those books back in the apprentice thing. Secondly, you are losing those books, but at the same time, it's like, it's fine, because eventually how the challenge works anyways on this account, I will eventually be able to use the kale at some point in time down the road, and so that just means when I get to that point, kale will be in a good position. So, let's move on. Why did I do this? I did this so I can get the 4-star chickens. I got the 4-star chickens so I could indeed upgrade the Dompire to level 5, get the next ascension, and I put whatever brews I had into her to get her up to level 28. I did all of this so I could hopefully be able to beat through or get closer to beating through in the campaign. This should be a pretty decent boost to power and everything, and I'm hoping this is going to be enough to help push us forward, and maybe here on a recording we can see the last bit of me being able to make it through the campaigns and getting those void shards. Unfortunately, at this position, I am not doing as much damage as I was hoping I'd be able to do with the Dompire. Being able to get these kills, like rapidly being able to kill in concession. But the biggest hope for getting her up another rank and stuff like that is actually the HP, because I feel like I was just dying too quickly, and that's what was taking me out. And so I'm hoping that the additional HP is going to be enough for me to be able to get through some of this with the heals and things like that. Like, that's like the biggest hope. Obviously, I would love her to be a higher level, more stats, more everything, but we don't live in a, like, I just didn't have enough resources to do that. I will be able to slowly gain some more levels as we go along, which will be really, really nice here. Being able to just grab as many additional stats as possible is nice. But I don't actually know how the scaling goes for, like, the enemies. How much stronger these enemies are versus, like, the last wave of enemies. And so is one or two levels worth of stats that much different? And it doesn't, like, how does it compare? Like, would it help me get through the last level a lot better? But it's going to be a significant difference for this one. But I don't know. We seem to be doing okay. We were at least able to 3-star that last level, which is big. And I've tried it a few times and haven't been able to 3-star it yet. So the fact that I'm able to do that actually pushes us in a nicer position here. I think we're on 5 right now anyway. So it's actually not like I need too many more to beat through. So I just have to make it a little bit of the ways there. I do feel like, though, that even if I do 3-star up until stage 7, I'm not going to make it through stage 7. 3-star. I think that's actually the biggest fear that I'm facing right now in this challenge. Actually, I'm not even able to make it through this one. I think maybe with a little bit of luck, I'd be able to do it. But am I really about to rely on luck here? The answer is probably yes. What's worth it? Could max out her gear. I could also max out UDK's gear and just get more damage on the UDK to help make it through some things a lot better. And that honestly might be the better usage, because UDK is going to be super helpful anyways. 4 speed is interesting, but like I don't have a lot of silver, so it's really hard to make these decisions with how little silver I have on this account. Yeah, okay. So we're able to max out 2 more gears. This is a horrible one to get to level 16. But I did gain 4 additional speed, or I gained 8 additional speed overall, which is kind of nice. I wish I had any artifact accessories, but I just don't. So really, like, the ultimate next thing to do, 2 things that would be like the next move to make would be levels, and would be trying to pull through mystery shards so I can get the skills that I need to upgrade her. Getting the skills maxed out would give me the additional damage I need for them, which might just be the way to go. I want to see if the additional stats on UDK at all is going to be enough of a difference here to help maybe do something. Oh, we will have to see. So I'm probably looking at maybe doing, like, if I had like 7,000 more damage, I would probably get the kill there, which would be better. So maybe 9,000. I don't know what the damage is. Probably like 7,000 damage would have been enough to actually get the kill on these guys, which would help move through. I don't know if I'm going into round 3 as well with max HP or not. I probably, yeah, I am. So I'm definitely having full health. Getting, honestly, more defense on UDK would be nice as well. The stats might matter more on the UDK just because of the shield that I get off of him, and just being able to make the shield bigger, plus the additional damage I get from having the defense. So that is probably way more important than putting the stats onto the Dompire, honestly. So it does look like we are not going to be able to beat through 5. I don't know if it's the artifacts that did it, or if I just had a better run this time around, just better RNG on the run. But now level 30 is nice. We are definitely getting there. Like, it's just 10 stats, like 10 levels higher. Things would be a lot better, and so on and so forth. See, not getting the kill there with the A2 also really hurts, just because I'm taking additional turns that I don't need to waste on the first wave. So that could be could be an issue. You know, just wish I had slightly more damage. And I think, I mean, I would realistically get the damage I need either through the skills, would probably give me enough damage that I would need to get through, or the levels would get me enough damage that I would need to actually be getting the one-hit kills on these guys versus doing like 3/4 of the damage that I need, which is just not enough. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Well, it's fine. We did survive through, so we were actually in a decent position. We did not gain the additional level, which kind of sucks. But we'll see what we can do on stage 7 here. We're definitely not dead out of the water by any means yet. So we're going to see how we're doing here. There's definitely some room for improvement. So if we don't quite make it through this level, it's not like we have to like rebuild a whole new champion or something like that. Because there is still a lot more room for improvement with the Dampire, and seeing if that improvement is enough to beat through this. So we're not even going to make it through round 2, which is not ideal. We have a stupid mouse. We gotta get mouse traps for my apartment. I have at least one mouse. The problem is that our apartment backs up to like a field-ish plus like railroad tracks, and I just feels like that's where they're coming from. But in our stupid food pantry, there's like a big old hole that's in there because that's where the water tank is. And so it's like, it's the dumbest design because that's where the pipe comes through for the water tank. But like the hole's like this big for a pipe that's like that big or whatever. And so mice are getting into the pantry that way. It doesn't look like they've done like anything major damage wise, which is nice. Like they're not like, most of our food is like in bins and stuff like that. So it's not like they're eating our food or anything, but they're still just there, which is annoying. We did lose. We got really, really close though. So I guess summoning video part 2, we're going to see if we, through these mystery shards, can get enough to upgrade our skills, and just hope the additional damage from the skills could... Okay, there is always a chance too of getting rare champions, so we want to do hope for a good undead rare champion to pop out as well. The Skull Squire is nice here. We will need to be going back and forth a fair bit though to dump out these champions into this over here, which does indeed suck. I want to keep some of these guys out though. Alright, let's move those guys over. We can Master Vault at least 2 more, so we'll Master Vault these guys. It's fine. I'm working on them, but it's fine. I'll just get that over. No, who has the gear? Oh. Yeah, Death Knight has gear on him. Okay. And I'll move the Skull Squire over. I'll worry about getting the skill increase on him later on. It's not important to do right now. Additional Death Knight. Death Knight's almost max skill, so that's nice. I think we're only 1 off now from Death Knight getting to his max skill, which won't do a ton for us, but it's still something. Hellhound, Skull Egg. Alright. Nice. A lot of these early... Obviously, we'd love to be seeing some of these Skull Eggs and Skull Squires and stuff. We'd actually rather see these become the Dampire over what we are getting, or at least any of these like rank 2s. But it's not like it's a complete like waste. Like going through these mystery shards is not a waste by any means. It'll give us food that we can use and stuff like that, which is super important. It could potentially get us into the fusion stuff that we need to get the Aeroblast, Aeroblaster. If we get an ancient... Oh, the Vulpine is actually really nice here as a new champion. for the undead. And now I think that means we have all the uncommon and common undeads unlocked. Wow, that's insane that we got a second apothecary on this account and we can't use any of them yet. Wow, that's just mind-boggling to me. And I would really, really love to see one undead champion come out here as a rare. We've already seen 2 rares pop out, and we're just not getting lucky on this account whatsoever. I've had other accounts that are so much luckier in how the summons have gone. And this account is just not getting there, which is truly unfortunate. But hey, that's YouTube luck for you, I guess. Of course, everything you do off camera is going to be like amazing, but the moment you try to put it on camera, it's like, actually no. Darn it, my battery. Okay, we are back in business. It's so weird. My laptop is. My camera froze. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. My camera didn't freeze. I accidentally unplugged it trying to plug in the charger. My bad. Looks really bad. So sorry, everyone. I will definitely get that hopefully cut out of the video. But things happen, I guess. But yeah, as I was saying, my computer is like not great. It's like 5 or 6 years old now. It's like my laptop, and I use it for all like my recordings and stuff. I had it literally plugged in all day long, and I've been doing like an hour and a half worth of recordings, and it just like died on me. Of course, now the train is coming as well, so that's just lovely. So I'm probably gonna have to take a pause in the video so the train can pass. All right, sorry about that, guys. I am now back. Have the train passing. While the train passed, I obviously dumped out the rest of those guys over into the reserve vault. I also spent some time and I got the Death Hound. I got another skill up into the Death Hound. The Hellhound is now maxed out. Skullag got 1 skill into him. And I got the Death Knight maxed out on his skills as well. So we only have 1 more round of summons to go. We have to hope for 1 ancient to come out for nothing. Didn't get the Dompire. Wow, this was horrible. Horrible. Out of 100 shards. Didn't get a single Dompire. Getting 2 ancients is actually good. They're just not usable ancients to me right now, which sucks. Well, I actually don't really know what I want to do from here. I really don't have the brews to brew her. And I didn't get any of the skills or any of the drops that I needed for the skills. So I'm actually kind of back again and just being in a really weird, stuck position. I have no silver to upgrade. I have no equips to put on. So it's like, ugh. I'm in a really weird stuck point. What I can at least try to do is just see if that last run was a fluke on the UDK dying, and see if I can at least break through and have the UDK win. That would be ideal, and at least at that rate I can get some XP on the Dompire, and getting a couple more levels or getting additional levels would be nice. It won't be enough for me to beat through this, I don't think, unless I could get her fully to like level 50, but that's going to take some time to do as well, and that's definitely not even a guaranteed, which is unfortunate at this point in time. honestly, if I could at least beat through this stage, that just might be it. That just might be what it is, and I might just struggle to get the 3-star for a while. But I think I do want to go after getting the Void Shard in this episode, or in this video, and seeing if I can get any type of redemption between last video and the mystery shard summons earlier. I would love to get a redemption on summons here and get something for the undead horde. It does seem like whatever happened last run was just a fluke, because I was able to clear it just fine this time around with the UDK, so I've got no idea what happened there. The Dumpire did last a little bit longer, I think, which is helpful. So we got the Void Shard. We're only 2 stars off from getting the next one. It just kind of is what it is. So we're going to end out the video here, guys, on this last Void summon, and we are going to hope for big things. No, are you kidding me? Ashwalker. Man, oh man, oh man alive. I cannot catch a break on this account. I have no space in the Master Vault, or else it would go inside the Master Vault, and I don't have the silver to upgrade the Master Vault right now. So the Ashwalker will just be put over into the Reserve Vault, but eventually will be brought over into the Master Vault, as just to keep all the voids in the one area there. So, well, this was kind of a waste of a video, guys. I'm really sorry about that. But this is just kind of a nice contrast, just to see what can happen in this game. It also gives y'all a better look at like what my brain works when it comes down to campaign stuff, and how well the Dumpire really does do in campaign. Put some respect on her name. Alright. So, Dumpire, very beautiful. These are the stats on her, by the way. Like, would love just like a little bit more HP. Like even like 2,000 more HP would just have so much better survivability. The damage is like almost there. I think where like we probably like struggle like the most is like resistance, maybe. So I don't know if there's even like a better artifact that maybe I could put on her that could like do it. What are you? We're going to remove, and we're going to look at the Dumpire and just see how different this would cause. More attack, more speed, more crit rate, less crit damage, and less resist. We'd lose all the resistance that we have. But is it? I think that's actually probably more worth it, right? Yeah. Let's do that. We will give the Hellhound what she had. That's fine. We'll maybe this probably won't be enough, but it's definitely a step closer in like the right direction. We are really close on the crit rate. We are so close on the crit rate. Let me do one more campaign attempt. What time? We're almost at 30 minutes. Well, I've got to do a lot of cutting out for waiting for the train and for running for my charger and stuff like that. So we're probably closer to 25 minutes on this account, or on this video. So let's attempt another run with the new artifact and just see if I can break out, well, we broke out of round 2 with her. So we know that it's possible at this rate to at least break out of round 2. If we can consistently do that, that's like a step in the right direction for sure. But then it's being able to produce either enough damage between just doing enough damage so we could beat the boss out just sooner. Like, we're so, like, I'm so close. I'm just not doing enough, though, in which we can keep, actually, I really need her to hit, because we need the additional heal. I'm not even coming into this with full health, which really hurts. We ideally want to be at full health, full everything. Yeah. Jeez, that's not great. It's just not great. I don't have anybody else strong enough on the team or on the account either that I could like replace her with. Unfortunately, she kind of is just like the strongest champion I have besides the UDK on the account. Hold up. Wait a minute. I had no idea that I could get rings. I had no idea I could get rings. This changes, not much, but it does change some things. Giving UDK the ring is, it's additional defense, which is needed just for how he operates. I have some silver on the account. Let's see if I can get this up to a 12. I can't. That was dumb. The additional 2% is super nice. Actually, we're only low on level short, but the 2% for the defense there is actually quite nice. Just because it just gives that little bit extra more that I wasn't able to get beforehand. Let's also go into arena. Okay, we're only one off in the arena here. We could probably, yeah, let's do that. So we're one off in the arena from getting up to the next level, which is just a slightly higher stat boost as well that we could take advantage of. So let's do that, right? Might as well take advantage of getting the additional 1% stats, which 1% isn't high, but having it gives us just that little bit more of a fighting chance. And then, wish I just had a couple more levels, but I just don't. All right, let's see how we do with this as the additional. We did gain the additional level from the last attempt. Let's see how this differs. Man, we didn't even get the kill this time around on... It's just a range. Like, there is just a range. And because the crit damage should go down as well, that can be more hurtful to us, which isn't great. But let's see if what we put on the UDK is enough. No, so we're still losing her out on her, which we didn't even... So part of it is like a roll on... Not a roll, but it is a... it is RNG. Because like some, we've clearly made it through round 2 just fine. And in some situations, she's dying on round 2, which is really unhelpful. So it's the best thing that we can hope to have accomplished here. Like, obviously, we need her to make it to round 3. That's, like, the first... We need to consistently have her make it to round 3. is the first step. But then the next step is obviously having her survive through, and the best means of her surviving is probably through the UDK somehow. Just the shield that the UDK gives and things like that would be like the honestly the best way. So I don't even know. Okay. We did live through that, which is nice. I'm just not getting enough stats. What I'll probably do is at this point in time, we're at 34 minutes. There's gonna be like a cut, and I'm honestly just gonna grind through and see if I can just get more levels on her, and just seeing if the level increase is gonna be enough. So you're gonna see a cut. It'll probably take me like 15-20 minutes to do, and we're gonna see if even getting up to like level 40 is gonna be enough stats to maybe help out. Well, guys, we have finally done it. Holy crap. Wow, wait a minute. That was incredible. So I was actually watching through the runs and was like, well, like what needs to happen for us to pass through this? And what I was learning is that on the round 2, there's the 2 guys that place either it's like a bomb or a poison or whatever that they place. If I get hit by both, then the Dompire for sure dies. But if I only get hit by one, then the Dompire has a higher chance of making it through into the round 3. So I don't actually know what fully happened on that last round there. I don't know if it was the additional stats. I don't know if it was just better RNG that fell in my favor, because we are now like 5 levels higher than we were when I was like last doing like the recording and stuff like that. So it is interesting that whatever had happened, we were able to beat through it. Like the additional stats I'm sure help, but I think it had to have been slightly just better RNG of what took place. But all that to say is that we did manage to beat through officially normal campaign, fully 3-starred. We have the final void shard to prove it, and hopefully all of the trouble will be worth it. Let's go. Come on, baby. Just one undead. Yes! 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 Oh! Oh! Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is a really big point for this account. Now, I don't know how good this unit is. There's only 21 reviews, which it's a void champion, so it could just be like one of those things where it's like not a lot of people have them. So I'm going to look through the kit myself, actually right now with you guys, and we're going to see how good he is, and then we'll take a look to see what the reviews have to say. So, the A1, Anchor Hook. attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance to place a stun debuff for 1 turn. The chance of placing a stun debuff increases by 5% for each debuff on the target. That's interesting. That's not bad. But there is no buff to it. So we just get the additional damage buff, and that's it. Which kind of sucks on the books. But, I mean, so what's like the max stat, though? Isn't like the max debuff that you can put on target is like 10? So 10 times 5 is 50. So this can just go up to like a 65% chance is like its absolute max, which doesn't seem great. A wretched stench attacks all enemies, has an 85% chance of placing a 30% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, which that can go up to 100% chance on books, and this goes down to a 3-turn cooldown, which is really nice. Also has a 25% chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies under decreased defense debuff, which I don't know what fear does. I am still super new. Oh, it doesn't let me... Hello? Do I really have to go through here to do it? Okay. So let's see if I can find and read through fear. Okay, so there are 2 versions of this debuff, fear and true fear. When a champion with a fear debuff attempts to use a skill, there's a 50% chance that the skill will not activate and the champion will lose their turn. When the champion needs true fear, the debuff attempt to use a skill has a 50% chance the skill does not activate and the champion will lose their turn. The skill they attempted to use will go on cooldown. Okay, that's actually really nice. So we have a fear champion, which is super nice just to have. And we'll have the 100% chance of placing the 30%, and this will go up to a, 40% chance of placing the fear, which isn't great, but it's still better than nothing. And then if we get, once we ascend him to 3, heal this champion by 50% of their max HP every time this champion or an heals this champion by 50% of their max HP every time this champion or an ally kills an enemy. That's amazing. Holy, the survivability is huge. Okay. Wow. So he will not be good for like Demon Lord, I don't think, but could end up being very good in other areas. My guess would, with the decreased defense, I would say maybe like Ice Golem would be something I would want to consider using him in. Campaign locations, arena offense. Force Keep, Spider's Den? Really? I guess because of decreased defense, right? Ice Golem's Peak, a 4. Demon Lord, 4.4. Okay. Not bad. Okay. This is a decent champion. Wow, this recording is also going to go long. There's definitely some editing down I can do with this one. But this is a massive, massive upgrade. And honestly, it doesn't take very many books. 10 books in total. Is that right? Yeah, 10 books in total. So we're going to max them out. Might as well. So that's huge. We have... Oh, we're missing... Okay. We're missing that for the Ascension, but we should have... Oh, we're also missing... Okay. So we have to do some work to get him ascended, but we have time to do all that. So I'm not really too worried about it by any means. Just so we can get the additional skill is huge. So this will be a champion that I'm definitely going to focus on trying to build. Looks like he is based off of attack. So it's attack, attack, and then this is just based off of HP. So I do want to have a lot of HP on him, but he's already 27. It's not bad to start with. So we'll definitely want to get a lot of HP on him, and then get a lot of attack on him. But there we go. This is our first void. I did not mean to do that. How do I hide this? So this is our first void on the account, which is super huge. And yeah, this is nice. He's going to be really good. I'm going to build him. He'll probably end up getting some of the better gear versus some of these other guys, honestly. I might max him out to level 50 next versus anybody else, just because of how good he's going to be for me and on this account. So look forward to seeing that. And other than that, guys, it's definitely time for me to end out this video. It's already super long. I mean, I have a lot of editing down that I can do, but this video is also at like an hour. But even editing it down, it'll still be probably closer to like 40 minutes, which can be pretty rough. But I digress. All right. Thank you guys again. Seriously, I hope this content is working for y'all, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Peace.